Well, hi. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Did your team win last night? Well, a lot of folks around here are Chiefs fans, so that's going to be a hard no. The final score ended up being a lot closer than what that game was all the way through. However, Iowa fans are very happy and watched Cooper DeJean intercept a ball and run it back in for a touchdown. I've been through his hometown of Odebolt many, many times in my life, and it was kind of cool to see a young Iowa boy show up so big on the big stage. In fact, yesterday was his 22nd birthday. I hadn't even decided what I wanted to do with my life when I was 22, and he's scoring touchdowns in the Super Bowl. So congratulations, Cooper, on that. Coming up in just a bit, we are going to learn a little bit about a book drive that's starting today. And joining us will be Joanne Jensen from the Jenny Edmondson Foundation and also Christine Gokenauer with Firefly. It is the Reach Out and Read book drive getting started today, and we're going to learn about how you can donate some gently used books or even make monetary donations. So that is coming up in just a bit. Also, coming up at the end of the month, as we've been telling you, the CB Captains, the local semi-pro soccer team here in Council Bluffs, is having open tryouts. It'll be February 28th, 7 to 10 p.m. at the Iowa Sportsplex. That's at 3260 Mid-America Drive in Council Bluffs. And you can go to their Facebook page to register. And there is a $40 pre-registration fee, or there'll be a $60 if you wait until the day of registration. But it does include a T-shirt. And if you're looking for that link, there's a couple of ways you can get there. You can just follow along the scroll along the bottom of the screen that you see with the CB Captains coming up. You can go to that address, or if you go to leshillsmedia.com and click on the Morning Coffee Show, you'll see all the sponsors at the top, and their logo will take you directly to that page. So that is coming up on February 28th. Also, we want to remind you that AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing are here for whatever your HVAC or plumbing needs may be. And as I understand, there's some winter weather coming again on Wednesday. As of right now, it is saying about 5 to 6 inches of snow expected on Wednesday in our area. Could be worse in other parts of the state. But, that's if something is going on with your plumbing or HVAC system and it is due to the winter, you're going to want to get a hold of these guys, whether it be Hayden with Waldstein Plumbing or Travis with AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning. As I keep telling you, when integrity matters, these are the guys that you want to call. Joining us now on Morning Coffee, while we are welcoming Joanne Jensen, Director of Development from Jenny Edmondson Foundation, back to the show. And also we are joined by Christine Gokenauer. She's the Director of Development with Firefly, because both of you are involved with a drive that's happening on Monday, which is today as this is being released. It's no mystery. We record these ahead of time. I release at 6 a.m. So no, you guys are not up at 6 a.m. So
ideally, no.
But this is there's a book drive going on that people can be involved with, to be able to get books into the hands of some young people. And I thought, what better way to learn more about it than get both of you on here talking about it. So Joanne, let's begin with you, the Reach Out and Read book drive. What is this? This is something that's new, right?
Yes, absolutely. So Jenny Edmondson just partnered with Firefly in 2023 to bring the Reach Out and Read program to our clinics here in Council Bluffs. It is a literacy-based program that is supported by science and our medical professionals that really recognize the importance of literacy and having access to those books at home. So this program allows us to provide books to every child that comes through our clinic doors to the pediatrician's office from ages 6 months old to ages 5. So it's free to anyone to participate, no charge. It's just us gathering books and funds to support this program for our community, knowing the long-term effects are going to be outstanding to our community.
And you have some places that people can go to make those donations, correct?
Correct. So we are accepting new and gently used books, and our drive locations right now are at Firefly in Council Bluffs. We'll have a donation spot at the pediatrician's office at Methodist Physicians Clinic, Council Bluffs, in the Jenny Edmondson Hospital, as well as First Interstate Bank, who is partnering with us, and the Hub here in Council Bluffs as well.
So these books should be designed for young people. And obviously, if you're going back to 6 months, then it's a pretty smart kid if they're reading it themselves.
Right.
But something designed for younger people and maybe uh, first time readers,
Correct.
because
So
there are some 5-year-olds that are reading. So that
there
would be
are.
a great thing for them.
It would be. And, it's also a stepping stone for families that might be first time immigrants or bilingual in the home as well. So parents are learning English on the scale as well as their children, bringing it home and learning that language if there is a language where they're learning. But it's also just another way to spend time with the providers and teaching really about the importance of literacy, how it affects our kids, and the benefits to the parents as well. So it's been a great program. It's well received here in our community. It's just something that so many people take for granted that not every family has access to library books or books at home to keep. And these are books the kids get to keep and have for as long as they can keep them usable.
Yeah, I think that that's a great point. That yeah, we do have a wonderful library here, and
We
kids
do.
can go and be able to check books out. But sometimes it's just a lot easier to go over to the little bookshelf over in the corner of the room and pick something out and
Correct.
something to read at night or that type of thing. Christine, tell us a little bit about your role at Firefly and what it is that you do.
Sure. So I'm the director of development at Firefly. I've been here a little over a year. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades, ace of none, if you want to say, but I do marketing, write grants. I go out and meet people. That's probably my favorite part of the job is meeting people. And then I get to work on amazing programs like this. So it's a great job, great organization, and that's just a little bit about what I do here.
Well, and you heard Joanne talk about the different places that folks can make those donations. That's one of my favorite things about living in the community that we live in is that these types of programs, the business community always comes out and supports them. And this is just another testament that they want to be involved with it and to be able to make sure that these young people are getting the resources that they need.
Yeah, 100%. Our partnership with First National Bank and the Hub and Jenny Edmondson, it's amazing. I love seeing all the support, especially for literacy, because I think literacy kind of gets pushed to the side a lot when you talk about, healthcare and you talk about mental health and you talk about, maternal health and all these other health. Well,
Sure.
literacy plays into that. And I think this is one way that we can kind of spark that, kind of that knowledge and that get that going for the community. So we're super excited about it.
The other thing I really like about this program is you're not handing these out.
Correct.
This is a book to be able to put in somebody's hand. And even look, I get that ebooks are wonderful and they have a place, but there's something about holding a book,
There is.
having a young person sit on your lap and looking at the pictures and having them help you turn the pages and all of those things that all of it goes into development.
Absolutely.
It's such a wonderful thing to be able to help with.
It
Mhm.
really is. And, we can't express enough that it is something that these kids get to have as their own. It is not something they have to give back. It's not something that belongs to school. It's not something that the parents have to worry about providing if they're already at limited resources, which, as we all know, every day is different on what affordability looks like for every person in the community. So this is just one way, in a really inexpensive way, for people to support and maybe already use resources they're not using at home anymore that are in those like new condition books or might be a part of another organization that has the extra resources too. This is just a great way that we've been able to partner with other entities to bring everybody together for the right reasons that we already are working on.
Yeah, I think that along the same lines that you talked about, maybe they have books already that they can donate, and you're taking monetary donations as well. But
Correct.
a lot of times you can these are just sitting on a shelf, and yes, there's a lot of memories attached to them and things that you want to hang on to, but now they can go on and actually get a new life, and I think there's
Right.
value to that
There is.
for a parent to be able to do that and say, okay, we've got, our kids are out of the house now and they're on, let's put these things that meant something to us then into the hands of somebody that it means something now.
And that's exactly it. We were just I have 3 young kids that are now, one is just learning to read, so still participating in this program, and 2 that are now finishing 5th grade this year. So we are at the same point where we're, that's just something we are happy to move on and get the next best life out of it, because we know we've moved on with that, and they can still keep their favorites and memories and then still share the best thing with the rest of the community and get them out of our house too. I mean, it's a win for everybody for this one.
Well, and Christine, I can tell just by, we're sitting here, and the great thing about technology now is that, once upon a time I would just do an interview over the phone. Now we can see each other, and you kind of get a feel for how the conversation is. And I can tell you love your job, and you get a lot of personal satisfaction out of that. And it's these types of programs, I think, that I'm guessing, I'm putting words in your mouth here, but I'm assuming just kind of feeds your soul and gets you up and get you going to work every day.
100%. The work that Firefly does is so vital and so important. I've been in the nonprofit world for, I won't say how many years, but
more than 2. We can just leave it at that.
We're new, sure.
So I've been in the nonprofit world a long time, and I've found that if you don't truly believe in the mission and the values and the vision of the organization that you're working for, your passion and your drive and the things that you're engaging in, it doesn't transfer over, and it's just kind of a job. So when I came to Firefly and I learned about all the programs that we have, and I learned about especially like the reading programs and the family support programs that we have, I found kind of that passion and that spark came back, and that truly does kind of transition into the work that you see going out into the community, that you see coming from me, that you see coming from Joanne, and anybody really. So it's an exciting time, and I'm super excited to be at Firefly and do the jobs that we're doing.
If someone has an interest in just contributing monetarily, is there a process to do that?
Sure. So right now, the easiest way is for the donation to be made through the Jenny Edmondson Foundation website. It will come directly to us here at the foundation, where I am then able to order the books immediately as soon as we get the dollars brought in. So it is, we'll get you a tax donation receipt. We'll acknowledge your donation and get that book into the hands of our kids in our community as fast as we can. We know that sometimes that's the easier thing, especially if you're not able to drive. If you're a grandparent that doesn't drive, we had bad weather yesterday, let's call it that, or this last week. So, it's just something that people can do, and cash is always good. It always spends. And luckily for us with Firefly and Reach Out and Read, we're able to purchase books at an even lower cost. So our book cost, we typically try to only spend around $2 a book, which is great because we can purchase more for every dollar that comes in versus someone going out to purchase if they're not able to.
How are you picking these books? That in itself has to be a bit of a job, isn't it?
It is. Luckily, some of our vendors pick books for us and make recommendations. Otherwise, I could sit and look all day at what looks cute and what I've read with my kids or my favorite books when I was little. But, it's fun. You get to pick interesting things for kids that are learning letters, numbers, animals, transportation, all sorts of things. And that all resonates with someone, and they just love that fact of holding that book, as you said.
We talked about the drive is starting Monday today. What? How long is it going on? How long is this going to be active?
So it's going to be going until March 17th.
Okay, so it's not, people have time to be able to get that done, and but having a kickoff is that everything has to have a kickoff, and it's kind of like the Super Bowl, as we talked about before. But I'm thrilled that both of you were able to take a little bit of time out of your day and come on and talk about this. And as Christine, I've already talked to Joanne about this earlier this week, that anytime something's coming up, just let me know. I'll help you get the word out about it. It's why this show exists. It's why we're here. So I would love to be able to be of that service, and I'm hoping that this is just the start of things.
Amazing.
We'll love to report back, Todd, and thank you for your support. And another shout out to all that you do for our community here in Southwest Western Iowa. and especially our other supporters, the Hub and First Interstate Bank.
Sprout Marketing Solutions is working with the Mills County Chamber of Commerce to bring you their February Lunch and Learn, which is coming up on Wednesday, February 26th from 11:30 to 1. It will all be at Keg Creek Brewing Company. That is at 17 North Vine Street in Glenwood. It is free for Mills County Chamber of Commerce members, $20 for non-members, and you're going to learn about best social media practices. Also, you will receive a free video business card, free headshot as well, and an opportunity to network with fellow entrepreneurs and community members. So all of that is coming up on February 26th. And have you picked up your copy yet of Spiral of Accountability? That is Carol Horner. And Carol wrote this book to be able to help your team communicate better. You know, sometimes we just get bogged down in some of the details that don't really matter. And Carol has a plan and a philosophy on how to get you seeing things from a different way. Maybe you can put yourself in someone else's shoes in order to be able to communicate better. So go to spiralofaccountability.com, pick up your copy of the book, and also while you're there, learn how you can bring Carol into your business to be able to help things out there. That's going to wrap things up on this Monday. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to start getting ready for all of the snow. Let's see, do I have 12 dozen eggs and 5 loaves of bread and 6 gallons of milk? That seems to be what's needed before we get a snowstorm. So I got to get to the store and get that done. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.